Hey guys, I just wanted to kind of do a tutorial. People ask me all the time how I make my custom cards, so we're just gonna get right into it. All you'll need is a knife, super glue, scrapbook paper, scissors, and just your custom cards that you want to cut up. This is going to be the first video of a series I do where I just kind of explain tips and tricks for custom card making. I'm going to go over my trifolds, my 3D books, my pop-up books, just talk about everything. So I'm actually going to use this John Elway, and now that I have my card picked out, we can start cutting. So for this John Elway, we're going to cut the background out. Always start by cutting the athlete out, and then while you're cutting it, just be thinking about what you want to do for the background, because this is where you can kind of get creative with it. So while I'm cutting it, I just want to be mindful of how I'm going to have John Elway, the athlete, connect to the border. So in this case, I use a little bridge by his foot just to keep it, in the same spot, and when you glue it, it's a lot easier. Can't really tell, it's just a little grass patch, but just something to be mindful of. Now I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out the logo for the Denver Broncos, because I will be gluing it back onto the card after I replace the background. So now I'll move on to cutting the new background out of that orange paper I had. You can use anything here, it doesn't have to be scrapbook paper. I've even used wrapping paper here, so just get creative. You can trace another card or just free cut it. So we could just leave the orange paper here as the background. It'd be pretty cool, still one of one custom card, but I'm actually gonna add more designs to it. So I know I'm gonna place another blue paper under the orange one. So this is me cutting it right here. I cut two rectangles in that other card, and I'm actually just gonna lay the orange paper over the blue paper and kind of make my background just to add some cool designs to it. So I've tried all different types of super glue. I've used the gel, the liquid, and I found that this brush on super glue seems to work the best. If this is your first time making a card, just be mindful that the glue, the gel, and the liquid especially dries white, so you really don't need a ton. I just kind of brush it on where I need it, and then after you have the glue where you want it, you place the orange on the blue, push down. I use a scrap card, just kind of push it down evenly, distributes the glue, doesn't get glue on my hands, it really helps. And then we're gonna clean up the edges, trim the sides, get it all uniform how I want it, all one straight line. And then the final step is to lay the top layer on. So we're gonna throw some glue on the sides here, a little bit in the middle on the back of John Elway. And guys, there's really no one way to make custom cards. It's all about the person making it, just having fun, getting creative with it, doing your own style. All my cards are different, so this is just one way, one easier way to make a card. I will say, when you're making a custom card, just look for like a border, especially like this cool one I have on this John Elway, to just keep the card all together, brings like the viewer's eye to the middle. Borders are really helpful when making custom cards. So I'm gonna trim the side here. So now the card's really taken shape. One other thing we need to do is glue this Denver Broncos logo on. Sometimes if I don't have the logo, I'll cut up another card just to get the logo out of it, or even now more recently I've been using just a printer. So you already have a one-of-one card, but let's make it even more unique. So we're gonna take a paint pen, and you don't have to do this, but we're gonna add more detail. This white is gonna pop with the white on the border and the white in John Elway's uniform. Once you have the card how you want it, the last thing you're gonna do is sign it, and we'll work on the back. One thing I do for all of my cards and booklets is I like to print a QR code, which when scanned, takes you to the video of me making your card. So if you post TikToks, Instagrams, YouTube videos, anything cool like that, these QR codes, when programmed right here, will take you to whatever link you put in there. It's pretty cool. That's it for me, guys. If you learned something, please subscribe and like. I'm going to be talking about trifolds, booklets, 3D books in the future, so peace.